let's talk about character design. I don't know if I can call this a pro or a con. It's just a big ball of something that we're dropping in. It's like a bath bomb, but for soup.
It's unidentifiable.
Willy's Wonderland, the restaurant, has in its cast Willy the Weasel, Gus the gorilla, I want to say.
Maybe.
Ozzy the ostrich, a chameleon, Artie the alligator, Nighty Knight, who's just a human knight, and Sarah Siren, who is the worst animatronic design I have ever seen. If you can even call it that.
Oh, wait, no.
It's just a human, but they're playing with big head mode.
Excuse me, you also forgot about the Hispanic stereotype turtle.
Oh, God, yeah, I did, didn't I? Oh.
Horrid.
Yes, I think it was Tito Turtle. When I was saying before that the graphic design of this movie feels authentic, these animatronics sort of run the gamut between good and what the hell is this?
It's...
Do we want to do a quick ranking, actually? Let me get the list of them real quick.
It's theming, and I have to put heavy air quotes around the word theming, is completely inconsistent. I don't know what this is.
Let's go. Let's go one by one. Let's weigh up how we feel about each of these animatronics. And I'm good. This is reading the audio from the Wikipedia page, except making one exception. So, Willy Weasel, how do we feel about that design?
He's the flagship. It's a solid A. It's pretty good. He's
really you give it an A? You go that far?
I mean, that's the thing. He functions as the base. He is where you start. I don't feel like he can be out of theme because he is the theme. He is where it starts.
In terms of theming, yeah. But in terms of design,
I think he's
too...
He's fine.
He's too menacing, I feel.
I mean...
It's like,
yeah.
He looks unappealing, but not an Uncanny Manny... Uncanny Manny? Hi, I'm Uncanny Manny. we got a new character, everyone. Woo! Uncanny Manny. Just comes in and goes, wow, that's pretty uncanny, and leaves. And we never see him again.
Amazing.
Uncanny Valley, that's what I meant to say. He doesn't really fall into it in that way. He just looks threatening. If you got a student to design a scary animatronic, I feel like that's what they would go for. It works, but it's trying a little hard. It's not the worst, but you know.
I mean,
I give it a C.
Animatronics are inherently horrifying.
Cammy Chameleon, on the other hand, how do you feel about that one?
It's so weird and funny looking that it's kind of endearing in a way.
It looks... The thing is, all these animatronics look like they were made by different people. They look like they belong in different bands almost. Because Willy Weasel is basically just a big tall fursuit where you look out the neck, you know, one like that. But Cammy Chameleon is... It's got these big eyes with like the big mechanical eyelids. Like the whole head seems to be like solid plastic. It's like we've got an old-timey dress, but it looks all dirty and stuff. The hair's really weird. And
it has a mouth
really, I only noticed this on like our third rewatch of it.
It has a mouth kind of like a nutcracker.
Yeah, it's like a proper ventriloquist dummy mouth. And something I only noticed on our third rewatch of it with friends, it is doing the chameleon thing. The colour's like shimmering the entire time. I thought it was just the lighting, but no, you can see the colours changing from like blue to purple and stuff. It's really interesting. I think it falls more into the I think it falls more into the Uncanny Valley vibe.
Yeah,
but it's still it's a little over designed. I think I'd give it B-. It's a little bit better than Willy, but it still falls into some same trappings. Ozzy Ostrich, though. Oh, sorry, you didn't give your grade. Sorry, what was yours for Cammy Chameleon?
No, I'm right there with you, honestly. Like, I'd give it a solid B.
Yeah. Aussie Ostrich is probably the first one I'd say where it feels that would not look out of place in an actual children's restaurant.
Yep.
Like, that thing is, it's got big eyes, slightly anthropomorphized ostrich. Not much to say. It's just really solid. Give it an A. There's nothing wrong with it. It meets the brief. It's slightly scary because of the eyes. Yeah, nothing I can say.
I'd give it a B. Also, given the scale we're working on, I will revise my Willy answer to go with you. Yeah, it's a C. It's average.
Yeah. It's just compared to the others. And speaking of the others, Tito Turtle.
D, strong D.
F.
Just,
Like, I don't even want to humour this design. Given the character who runs this restaurant, I can see him being, I'm going to say, racist enough to do this horrifying stereotype. But at the same time, you're a movie maker. Don't put this in your movie, you know?
Tito Turtle is a turtle with a mustache and a sombrero, and that does very basic, stupid, like, stereotypical Spanish.
Yeah, and he doesn't do much through the movie. When one of the police is driving Liv away, he, like, busts into the car, and they have a little duel. And then he gets hit in the balls loads. And that's it. Oh, and he gets run over at the end. That's it.
Yep.
And he just swears in Spanish. I'm glad I didn't leave that one till last, because that would leave a really sour taste in my mouth. But anyway, yeah. Tito Turtle, fuck off. You could remove him from the movie and nothing would be lost. You wouldn't even notice he was gone.
I would honestly like it more.
I forgot to mention him. Yeah. Well, at least it's a plus now because we're on to Gus Gorilla.
He's my favorite design. I love him.
Gorilla greetings. Love it.
Gorilla greetings.
Stellar. Gorilla greetings. Him and Ozzy feel like they're in the same band together.
Yeah.
They feel like they were made by the same designer.
Yeah. And
absolutely.
He's just so
delightful.
He's just a big old roly-poly, and he's all big and plotting, and he's got those huge dumb arms.
And it doesn't look like he's dangerous. Like, the ostrich has the sharp beak. All the others have, like, claws and stuff. He's just, like, blunt force. He will just
He looks
to death,
like...
And that feels right for an animatronic.
He's absolutely my favorite. Like, strong A+.
A+, absolutely stellar. That's how you do it. And also, his fight scene is possibly the best in the movie, in the bathroom, where he gets curb stomped against the urinal.
It's so good.
That is like the highlight scene for the movie. If you want to show someone a scene from Willy's Wonderland, show them on the cleaning scenes, and then show them that. And another strong design next, Artie Alligator. Again, one of my favorites.
Honestly, I think they do the most... Yeah, no, they definitely do the most CG with Artie.
Absolutely. There's a scene early on, I think it's the first scene he actually moves in. Liv is in the vents trying to get into the restaurant, and he's chasing her through, and once she falls out the other side of the vents, his jaws are coming through, like, snapping, there's, like, drool coming off. It stands out, because there's not much CGI in this movie. Well, at least not apparent CGI. But yeah, it's really... It hits you, but, like, not in a, oh, they're using CGI, it's just in a, ooh, hello.
And he moves, like... The way he moves through the vents, the first scene, like, she turns a corner, gets a little ways in the vent, and he just comes around the corner, like, slams against the wall, and is already moving. It's really good.
Jaw snapping, he's moving like an animal. And I know I was saying before with, like, Gus Gorilla, he's good because he doesn't look dangerous, you know, he's just blunt force. Artie Alligator looks like he could just be a poorly designed real-life animatronic.
Exactly.
You know, when the parents are looking, it's just like, why are the teeth so sharp? He's like Foxy from Five Nights at Freddy's. You know, I have to make the comparison. We're doing animatronic horror. But he looks like the kind who would just be permanently out of order because this thing bites people.
Yeah, for sure. And it's also, like, weirdly one of the most animalistic of them in, like, action. I don't think he speaks once. I think he is, like, dead
after
silent
a while, he stopped speaking,
and just a weird animal.
It's also a voyeur.
Yeah, but listen, we could talk about that in its own scene.
We'll get to that point. The only other animatronic who doesn't go voiced is Nighty Night.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
A C, I guess. It is. It's a night. The end, I guess.
You met the brief. You put a human knight in here.
Yeah.
Sure, he has a big dangerous sword.
And he's got
It doesn't fit in with...
big old nose.
I was saying the others didn't fit in with each other. Big old nose, can't see his eyes because his big bushy eyebrows.
Mm-hmm.
Has he got like a mustache and a beard?
Yeah.
I can't remember. I'm not looking at them as we're doing this.
He's got a beard.
Yeah. If it was like a Ren Fair, or like, one of those weird medieval restaurants you have over there in America, then maybe, but yeah, I'm not getting the theme.
Yeah.
It's like Willy and Cammy, they feel like they're from one restaurant. Ozzy, Gus, and what's the word? Artie, they're from another.
Mm-hmm.
Tito can fuck off to hell.
Goddamn right.
Nighty Night feels like he's part of his own thing.
Yeah.
And
here we are at, like, if Tito weren't here, it would be the bottom of the barrel.
Tito is the worst on principle, but
design-wise,
Siren's also bad on principle.
I don't know.
Siren Sarah is a human with a big head. That's it.
Yep, literally, that is a human being in a bodysuit with a big ol' dumb paper mache head.
The only animatronic to be voiced by the same person who plays them physically. All the others are voiced by different people. But not Siren Sarah, and honestly, yeah, because that's just a person. There's no reason to get a different voice actor.
No.
That's just a person.
Like, no big fancy animatronic. It is literally a human being in a bodysuit with a big head. That's it.
And we were talking about movement with Artie the alligator and like how he moves like an animal. She kind of has that in her first scene. They're like in this little forest bit in the back of the restaurant, and she's like crawling up trees like a spider. She's like moving backward and stuff. But then after that, they kind of give up on that. She just sort of walks like a human, pretending to be a robot.
Yeah.
There's one scene that's absolutely dire. It's after Nicolas Cage has been handcuffed, and it's just Willy, her, and Cammy left, and there's this extended scene. It feels like 30 seconds long, where she walks through one doorway and slowly walks the other end of the room, just doing robot movements. And they're playing whirring noises, and it's just,
yeah,
it's not good.
It's real bad.
But
mediocre.
Vera, she does a really unique thing where she rips her mouth open and it's all black inside, and she's got spiky needle teeth. I've never seen that on a animatronic design before.
Never ever.
Never ever. When I clip this segment out, I'll be putting on screen what we're talking about. It's just Toy Chica from Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Sorry, it is.
Yeah.
They can deny all they want that this was inspired by Five Nights at Freddy's, but like, come on.
And also, now that we've seen the short that this was originally based off of, yeah.
Ooh, yes, actually. We'll have to bring that up later. But this was based on a short film made in 2016, and yeah, you see the influence.
But yes,
so that's all the animatronic designs.
To put a cap on it, I will simply say, gorilla greetings.
Gorilla greetings.
I love him so much.
We gotta start opening parts with that. Welcome to the Gorilla Gus podcast. Gorilla greetings.
Gorilla greetings.